Silva. Anderson, there was some talk about you actually facing Logan Paul. I was just wondering how far those talks ever got.
Wow. I think everything is possible right now, everything is brand new one, the shows for the fans is completely different right now. And the people watching the YouTubers fight for MMA guys or boxing guys, And yeah, I think me and Vitor, Tito, and the others MMA fighters ready for continue doing the best in the given the great show for the fans, And yeah, I'm waiting for the next challenge, Maybe this happened with Logan Paul. Let's go see.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gabe. Our next question comes from Damon Martin from MMA Fighting. Go ahead, Damon.
Hey guys, first question for Anderson. Anderson, after you had your win over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., there was a lot of talk about maybe you fighting another boxer. Obviously, Tito's a legend in his own right, but do you have interest in fighting, additional like pro boxers? Was that something you wanted to pursue? And how did Tito kind of come into the conversation?
Well, everything is possible, I love fighting, fighting is part of my life. Is my ear, and I try to challenge myself every single moment. I never stop training. I train every day. And yeah, Triller asked it to my manager about this opportunity to fight with Tito. And I'm so happy, because Tito is the great legend and for many, many years. And I remember when I Tito fight in UFC, I'm start fighting in UFC, and I'm impressed because I saw Tito and I say, oh my God, this guy is a monster, is amazing. And I'm a big fan. By the way, I'm a big fan. I respect a lot. And I'm very excited, because this is a matter happen. It's a big show for the fans.
And a couple questions for Tito. Tito, obviously you've moved on beyond the UFC a long time ago, fighting in Bellator, fighting for Golden Boy and all those kind of things. But can you kind of speak to the option of having something like Triller available for fighters now? I mean, obviously they're producing boxing, not MMA, but we've seen a lot of MMA guys come over and talk about the money they're making, highest paydays ever, things like that. Like, as a guy who's been around forever, like, can you kind of speak to the idea of having these options available to fighters?
Well, I think it comes down to a lot of the fighters who have been able to make brands of themselves, to make big names of themselves, and being able to be shown on a stage or, a platform like this for worldwide and be able to be a part of the company, be a partner of the company. And I think that at the end of the day, that's what the boxing really came about, of making the fighters a part of the company. And that's important because we're the ones getting inside the ring and competing and showing the fans of how true fighters we really are. I think at the end of the day, once again, is we want a piece of the pie. We're the ones killing ourselves in training. We're the ones killing ourselves fight after fight. Either we're knocking somebody out or we get knocked out, we're getting cut, we're getting injured, something where we can't fight for the rest of our lives. And I've been very fortunate to take care of my body through my career, that I've been able to have a longevity in my career. I'm very thankful for that. But I think Thriller's given this opportunity for a lot of fighters who were former world champions, who have great careers, but maybe had a couple losses and all of a sudden get kicked to the curb and forgot about. Well, Thriller's given this opportunity for fighters to step up and give the fans great fights. And I'm just very excited to give me this opportunity. And this will be one of many for me, I believe.
With that being said, that kind of segues perfectly on my next question, Tito, which what is the future for you? I mean, I think boxing kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of people just because you have been such a dominant mixed martial artist. But what is the future? Is it going to be more boxing matches? Is it going to be MMA? What is the future?
Well, the future right now is Anderson Silva. I'm not looking past that at all. I'm doing the work for that. This is a really short camp for me. But once again, I'm going to put in the work. And I want to get my hand raised. I'm going to get my hand raised. I'm going to put in the work to make sure that does happen. And after September 11th, I guess we'll talk with Thriller again. And is it a boxing match or is it an MMA match? I don't know. I see Logan. Logan is my size. I spoke with him a while back about getting an MMA. He goes, that would be pretty good, but I really just, I would like to box. And now of a sudden I went from being MMA to chasing over to the boxing. So I guess you kind of got to chase the money just as long as you take it to the heart that it's really not about the money. It's about competition of competing against some of the best people and some of the biggest names. And, you know, the Paul brothers have done that with their YouTube followers, but also putting in the work. And I respect both the guys. And I know a lot of professional boxers don't like it because they've really captivated the fans and, you know, took a lot of the limelight from the professional boxers and the guys that I respect hugely. But people got to understand, this is about marketing. But you got to go in, you got to perform, you got to fight great. And a lot of fighters are doing that. The Paul brothers are doing that. Anderson Silva, myself, get an opportunity to do that. Anderson's last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez showed that he is a true boxer. And I've always known that. I've always known Anderson being a true boxer. And once again, I'm excited to get this opportunity to see what happens in the future.